Hi YouTube, this is Alethea Thomas. If you're here, then you're probably interested in books and bookish topics. So if you are here for that, you are in the right place. Today I am going to talk about my plans for the month of March. Oh my gosh, this year already seems like it's gonna fly by to me. It's just going by so quickly. This is my new mug. I love it. I meant to share it a while back, but I finally got around to actually bringing it to one of the videos, one of my video filming sessions. So here you go. This was the Winter Reading Challenge for 2024 through Mid-Continent Public Library System. And they always do some kind of fun little event every year. And this year they gave out these cute pink coffee mugs and called it the Literary Love Event. So I love it. I think it's so cool. And I'm going to be keeping this coffee mug for as long as I can keep it. So, Oh, all right. That's such good tea too. Oh my goodness. I have been drinking a lot of herbal tea lately. That one is rose, hibiscus, and blueberry. And it's really good. I was never really much of an herbal tea fan until recently because I decided to cut caffeine out of my general diet. Like I gotta have one thing of caffeine every day, if that. Usually I drink a lot of green tea and a lot of black tea. But because of this and cutting that out, I've been trying a lot of different herbal teas lately, and that one's really good. Okay, March. Oh my gosh, March is kind of a mess. I ended up starting so many books this last month in February, and I really only completed a few. Let me pull up my Goodreads so that I can actually tell you what I started. I'm just going to roll everything that I started in the month of February and didn't finish onto my March TBR also. And then I'm going to add a few things that I want to read. And I just don't know if I'm going to actually get to everything or not, but we'll just kind of deal with this rolling list as we go. But I'm really close to finishing a bunch of books. I just haven't really sat down and committed. Oh my gosh, I've got like 7 books on here I've started. And I think I'm going to DNF one for like the moment. But like pick it up later, maybe. Maybe say not DNF. We'll say to be finished. We'll call it TBF, to be finished. Oh gosh. So I've been continuing on and with L.M. Montgomery's series. The Anne of Green Gables series. So I will continue on, and I am like halfway through now of Anne's House of Dreams. It is a really cute, really good story. Anne and Gilbert are married now in this book. It starts with their wedding. I think Anne was kind of gypped on a wedding here, to be perfectly honest, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. Starts off with them getting married and pretty much the beginning of their lives and wanting to start a family. And I've only gotten halfway through it, and I kind of slowed down on it because some sad-ish things happen in this. Some life events happen, and it made me kind of upset, and I put it down for a little bit, but I just need to finish this now and then move on to the next book, which I know that there are going to be more happy things happening. So life's up and downs. The down parts are in this particular book. So anyway, working on Anne's House of Dreams this month. What else did I start? First Love by Ivan Turgenev. I hope I said that. It's Turgenev. And I love this book. I think it's a great book. I started it. I had to actually download it from Project Gutenberg and then put it onto my Kindle Paperwhite. I hope that shows up okay. Maybe I'll put it over here. Put it on my Kindle Paperwhite. And that's the first time I've ever done an EPUB and had to email it to my Kindle. So that was a new experience. But that has actually opened up a whole new world for me now, because I'm going to probably get a bunch of other books off of Project Gutenberg and now put them onto my Kindle. So my poor Kindle is going to be jammed packed with stuff, I'm afraid, and I may have to remove some content off of it at some point, but I don't know, maybe we'll get a new Kindle. That might be something for Christmas, actually. I don't know. I may consider getting a new Kindle this Christmas, though, if that becomes an issue. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, Project Gutenberg. I didn't even realize that you could really download much off of there and get it, but it's awesome. And then First Love, it's so good. I'm going to finish that pretty much as quickly as I can. It's a short book, but it's really good. Oh my gosh, the Russian classics. I never thought the Russian classics were this good, but oh my goodness, the Russian classics. Eugenie Onegin was so good, and First Love is really good. War and Peace was really good. And I'm probably going to pick up more Russian classics very soon. I tried starting The Master and Margarita also this last month, and I got really confused really fast. So I think I put that one aside for right now, and I'm going to pick it back up again when I've got a little less going on, and maybe I can understand what's going on a little bit better. But The Master and Margarita has me very, very intrigued by the description of it. So I want to dedicate some time to it. But those Russian classics I started. I don't have it on me, but For the Throne by Hannah F. Witten. This was the sequel to For the Wolf. And I think it's just the 2 books in that series. It's not a trilogy, it's a duology. And I'm enjoying it a lot. I haven't stopped reading it. I'm probably going to listen to probably the rest of it because I need to return the physical copy that I have to the library. I've had to like extend the loan a couple of times. They only give you 3 times on that, and I'm on the 3rd. So I need to return it. So I'm probably going to finish listening to it on my Audible app, actually. But I'm enjoying it. It's really good. I actually think it's better than For the Wolf because I like the older sister. Well, not older sister. I guess technically she is an older sister because they're twins, because she was the first one. So she was For the Throne. But Navarra is her name. And she is she's a really cool character. She's very queenly. And I like queens in books. I just like the stubborn, like, no silly, no nonsense sort of a gal. I really enjoy that kind of a character a lot. So really enjoying For the Throne. Then Normal People by Sally Rooney. Oh, actually, they're right over here. Ugh, I'm such a dummy. That's fine. I'll just put them in my lap. Then maybe I won't forget them. Let me put my mug over here so I don't break it. Normal People by Sally Rooney. And I started it and I got maybe 20 pages in. And I like it. I like it a lot. I can tell the writing style is something I really enjoy. And I'm probably going to get through this really fast once I really pick it up and dive in. But I got started on it and I just put it down because I was working on other books. I was like, oh, let me sit you aside and let me dedicate more time to you in just a little bit. So that's where I am there. I can't really say much about it yet, but I know I like the writing because the first 20 pages were just a breeze for me to get through. I have been listening to a book by Lady Colin Campbell called Meghan and Harry, The Real Story. If you're not into the whole British royal family watching or, kind of the gossip rags and stuff about that, that's really all this book is. It's just a giant tea spilling, gossiping about Meghan and Harry, and just kind of I almost want to say a critical analysis of their lives, and just kind of bashing on them the whole time because Lady Colin Campbell does not like Meghan and Harry at all. I am not a huge fan either. I will be completely candid about that. I am more of a William and Catherine kind of a gal myself. I never used to really be interested in the royal family at all until a few years ago. And then all of the stuff after Meghan and Harry got married, because I knew peripherally that's what happened. I knew peripherally that William and Kate got married. I knew that Charles had married Camilla a few years back too. So I kind of knew things that were going on over there. I didn't like pay that much attention to it though. But the last couple of years I've actually been really paying attention to what's going on. And I was really interested in it. So I went ahead and started listening to this book because it was free on Audible. And I am most of the way through it. I think I'm like 75% through it. I've been listening to it in the car, like on my way to work and stuff like that. So like not super invested in it. It's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent listen though, and I can tune out to it if I want to, while I'm driving. So anyway, but it's okay. It's been pretty good, and I'll probably finish that up pretty soon. East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I wanted to read East of Eden like at the end of January. It was really intriguing me. I wanted to read a Steinbeck really bad. And I got through the first 50 pages, I think. And then I just stopped. I just lost interest in it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to pick this one back up or not. I think I will at some point pick it right back up because it's interesting. It's an interesting story. It's like the creation story, but told from a different perspective. And it's about a family, which I think is really, really interesting. But at the same time, I just really kind of wasn't jiving with it for some reason. Up until like 50 pages in, I was like, I don't know if I like this. And I think I'm just going to set it down for right now. But anyway, I think I'm just going to be like to be finished later on that one. And maybe not even this year, maybe a few years from now. I don't know. It wasn't what I was really interested in right now. But I think I will be interested in it later. And then I also started O Pioneers by Willa Cather. And I think my interest in the Pioneers just kind of dropped off a little bit. I don't know what it was. I think that I just started listening to a bunch of fantasy romance and reading a bunch of fantasy romance again. And then I just kind of tuned out everything else at that point, which is probably my own fault. But O Pioneers is really short. So I think I will go ahead and go back to it and finish it out. Because it's a really short book. It's like 90 pages, I want to say. And it should be really fast to read for me. So, yeah, I think I will go ahead and finish that one out. But East of Eden by John Steinbeck, that was like 600 pages. And I don't know if I want to dedicate myself to 600 pages of John Steinbeck right now. I think I'd rather dedicate myself to 600 pages of something else right now. And that's a fantastic segue, actually. So, I've got a problem. I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for a big book. Like a really big, chunky brick of a book right now. I have a couple of options. And one of them is, of course, one that I want to read very badly. And I just haven't found the right moment yet to start. And that is Paradise Lost. And I have a feeling once I get Paradise Lost started, I'm not going to want to focus on anything else but Paradise Lost. Because it's an epic poem. And I haven't read too much poetry before. I've read some poetry. And I've read Shakespeare. Shakespeare oftentimes reads like poetry. So I think that I won't have too much of a problem reading it. But I don't know. I just have a feeling it's going to be challenging enough for me that I'm really just going to want to focus on it. So that's one of the things I'm thinking about starting this month too. Is especially once I get all these other books that I've started and I'm almost done with knocked out and out of the way, then maybe the rest of the half of like, I don't know, maybe around the 15th or the 16th or something like that, I will get started on this. So I was thinking either this one or we pick up Middlemarch by George Eliot. Emma over on Emmy, you're probably very familiar with Emmy, and Carolyn Marie Reads, they do a book club called Game of Tomes. and I've not done any of their book club reads before. They did The Count of Monte Cristo for the months of January and February. They had a great time with that book, which I'm so glad they did, because The Count of Monte Cristo is a fantastic book. I think everybody should read The Count of Monte Cristo, but anyway, they are doing Middlemarch for the month of March and April. So I'm thinking about going ahead and picking up Middlemarch, because I've read a George Eliot before. Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't read a George Eliot before. I'm mixing him up with another author. So I would be interested in reading that. And the description of Middlemarch is pretty fascinating to me, too. So I can't decide if I want to do Paradise Lost or if I want to do Middlemarch. So I want a really big book to focus on. And I've kind of missed that. I really enjoyed last year reading The Count of Monte Cristo and focusing on that. I also really enjoyed focusing on War and Peace for a good long time. That book took me like 3 months to get through. So I want to kind of add another really big book to the list of books I've read, and I'm just kind of feeling a big book lately. So yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? And then another option is also Crime and Punishment. I'd really like to read Crime and Punishment, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So once I knock these things out, then I'm going to decide for sure exactly what it is I'm reading. But those are the ones I'm thinking about. But anyway, that's everything I plan on trying to get to and trying to read. We'll see how actually successful I will be. I have no idea. We're probably going to end up rolling a whole bunch of stuff into April anyway. And I think that's it for now. So I wish you luck on your many reading adventures, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.